Morning guys and welcome back. Today we are kicking off with a Q&A. We asked you guys across our TikTok, YouTube, Instagram and Facebook if you had any questions at all for us, and you guys delivered. So today what we're going to do is bring you along on a day in the life of while we answer all of your questions. Starting in bed. Onyx, you've got a couple questions to answer today too, okay?
Wow.
Which platform do you want to answer the questions off first?
Let's see what Facebook has to say.
Let's start with Facebook. First off, if you hear any snoring, it is Onyx. It is all him. And second off, we haven't really read these questions. I just put up a community post yesterday asking for questions, and we're just going to read them now. So we haven't had time to prep anything.
Literally the first time I'm hearing any of them.
Yeah, so the first question, let's just kick off.
It's like being put on the spot.
Hi, what was the best holiday you both took? That's already really hard.
Definitely Spain, I think. Spain was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, if we're
so
talking
much to do.
holidays in the van.
Yeah,
then
I think so.
Spain. I loved it every time. I've been twice and I'd happily go again.
Yeah.
And I thought I was one of those people, I was one of those people that said I'd never go back to the same place twice.
Yeah,
but I would do Spain again.
The thing is, there's just so many things there, and there's so many places to see, and everything is always so different. Like the north is vastly different from the south,
Yeah.
and everything in between is just incredible.
Beautiful.
So Spain definitely,
So-
and the weather makes a big difference.
Are you ready for the next one?
Hell yeah.
It's actually the same dude. He's asked two, so let's just answer them both. How do you mentally deal with the nasty and mean comments?
I think that was one for you, really.
Yeah, so I manage all the comments section and putting the content up and stuff like that, the editing and things. So it's mainly me who manages them. So how do I deal with it? If I'm feeling good, they're really easy to deal with, and I do respond because I do believe that there is a chance that a human might not realise they're being nasty and that they can learn from their mistakes. I really do have that hope. When I am feeling down, which the troll comments can be part of that, I will either just delete or ignore. So if I've got the energy, I manage it. If I don't, I manage it in the way that I feel is fit.
I guess it's different for everybody as well, depending on what kind of personality you have. Some people will be offended, and some people don't like criticism, whereas other people might roll a joke off of it.
Most of the time I can laugh at them. There are some that just are a bit personal, and I think my main issue with them really is sometimes how they word stuff.
Yeah.
Like I had someone just last night actually, I print screened it because that's what I do.
She has a whole folder of troll comments.
I don't. I should though, but I don't. They put, how do you envisage your relationship can survive when pissed you off and about this lad won't go away as he is a narcissist, it won't last? Like, to me, that was one of the questions, by the way.
For therapy to be called a narcissist.
No, to me, like, you're just mean. You're not saying, like, how are things between you both? Like, you're not...
Terribly uninformed comments.
Yeah, so...
Especially when people say and just assume you have, like, a trust fund or something.
Like, it's funny sometimes, but there are times when you're like, just word it a bit nicer, you know? Even if you do have this horrible opinion or thought, like, you can still word it nicely. And I'm happy to answer where I can, but if you're just going to be a and I ain't going to waste my time, really.
Yeah.
And quickly, lastly, to wrap this up, I do also like to respond because there are people out there who are at their low moments, and if that troll got onto their comments, they wouldn't be able to manage it. So if I can shut them down sooner before it gets to the person who can't handle it, because you never know what could happen, then I will use my energy for that, won't I? Because I feel like that helps the community. Yeah.
What are your troll dealing tips, guys?
Okay, so next question is... what is your favourite memory on the road?
Ooh, that's very
always a hard
specific,
one.
isn't it? Oh, favourite memory? Oh, I don't know.
I think for me, it's like when we reach places like Tabernas Desert, Badinus Reels, or the Pink Lake, or like these like really
Epic places you just don't
extraordinary
get in the UK.
places. Yeah.
I think for me, either Tabernas Desert, Badinus Reels, or the glacier in Norway, just because these are things that you're just not going to see like anywhere in the UK, and they literally are breathtaking. Badinus Reels, that was just stunning.
And I think like these places are like the best memories because they're the times when you realise that you're living in your dream. Like everything you've worked for that you are then there, you are living it, and that's what I think, that's the feeling that just gets you buzzed and gives you a good memory,
that's part
isn't
of
it?
wanting to travel as well, is like experiencing these natural wonders of the world, and
then
to
of
be able
course
to see
all
a
the
glacier in
meetups.
Europe.
The meetups, all the meetups, getting to hang out with the community, meeting other like-minded people who live in vans is always awesome. Like, absolutely love it. So yeah, there's loads really. There's not one, but I think it's the feeling, isn't it, that makes it the best memory.
I think the best memory for me actually is selling my car and then moving in here.
Yeah. We have a photo of that actually.
Yeah.
Do you still have it?
Yeah.
We'll insert here.
Oh god.
Right guys, so it's time to get out of bed now. So we are going to head out on a W. Can't say the word because Onyx will go hyper. So yeah, we're just going to crack on with our day and we will answer some questions from another platform in a minute.
Before we head out, guys, we want to take 14.2 seconds to thank today's sponsor, Litly.
The Litly U1 is a compact portable electric toothbrush perfect for van life. Why? Because its batteries last 30 days, so it reduces stress on your van battery. And with its snap-on lid, your toothbrush can stay fluff-free when using campsites, public toilets, or out on a multi-day adventure. Get yourself 20% off over on litly.co using code NickRomes. Link in description and pin comment. Okay, so it's time to answer some questions from another platform. Which one are you going with?
Let's get the juices on Instagram, I think.
So we're just going to pick them out at random. The first one is, what did you both look like as children? So insert here. Followed by, when will you do a spooky series? It's actually a really funny question because we have actually spoke about it quite a few times, haven't we?
Yeah, we all said that we're going to do like
Most haunted van life.
Go find some scary places across the UK, but we just, if we don't find the time, we just put it off, don't we?
It's how do you deliver it? How, like, what if nothing happens? Like, you know, it's hard to fake things, obviously. So if we don't react, it's not going to be a good video.
Yeah, and I'm definitely not a believer of the supernatural as well, so I think it's going to be even
so I'd also get
harder
too
for me.
spooked out, so that's the other thing, is if we actually go to a scary place, is I probably will shit a ton of bricks, and
or we come away haunted and then take it to the van. That's definitely a bad idea.
We come away haunted.
Definitely a bad idea.
Possessed. So yeah, we would love to. In fact, if there's any other van lifers out there that would like to do a spooky meetup, let us know, and maybe we can organise that for the next community meet.
We can all go stay in Epping Forest where they say the UFOs are and stuff.
Yeah. So next question. Crossword or word search?
Word search.
Crossword!
Sorry, I meant crossword.
I mean, it's up to you, but I'm certain you like crossword. Yeah. We use the crossword app. Yeah.
So I think this next one's a little bit more aimed towards you, and they're taking your head off. Is your coaching meant for travelling entrepreneurs, or could it be for other projects?
Yes, it is for travelling entrepreneurs, but not solely for. That's one of the audiences, I guess, that is for. But it is really for anyone interested in van life, content creation, or digital nomad. If that resonates with you, then that is what the mentorship will be. But they are all bespoke, so you would come to me and you would tell me what you need help with, and then I can either say yes I can, or no, actually I can't. So if you're interested, just drop me a message and I can see what I can do. Last question whilst we're in the woods is, could you suggest some van life inspired Christmas presents?
It depends on the person, because as weird as it is, I think a Shiwi is always a good present.
Shiwis, power banks, hand warmers, water bottles,
thermals.
Even just asking them if there's anything that maybe they couldn't afford, like thermal blinds, because they're like £100, but some people don't want to spend that money on it, but it would be a very welcome gift, wouldn't it?
Definitely.
Radios. Anything for outdoors, like speakers. I'm literally listing them off. And I'm going to be really, really cringe here. Do look for van lifers who sell products. So again, there's people who like whittle, who make light shades, and what else?
I don't know.
They even have like coffee businesses and stuff. So, you know, buying something for a van lifer from a van lifer is the best thing you can do. My content creator kit. Guys, we've just come to the pub to treat ourselves, and we've just ran into another nightmare.
A little bit of a problem. Had the entire car park to ourselves, pretty much. I choose the one space that has a tree behind it, and I just didn't realise it.
So you know what
reversing
happens.
back, and
the window smashes on the back. It's not a good time for it to happen because it's winter, it's rainy, it is cold. It will take a few days to sort.
And if it's not sealed, we're gonna have to at least put a bin bag over it. So terrible timing for it, but It is where it is.
I feel like I'm just smiling through it because, well,
What else can we
it's
do?
not the van, is it? It's a window, a replaceable item, thankfully. The van, I mean, yes, a van's replaceable, but it's a whole other level of money, so...
Also, it's a good job it's Black Friday, so hopefully we can
Yeah,
get a nice deal
oh
on
my
it
god,
as well.
yeah. So anyway, let's answer another question from YouTube this time.
Lighten
So,
our spirits.
yeah, what ignited your love for van life? What was the journey that led to where you are now?
I'll go first. I think my journey kind of started with you actually. You kind of introduced me to van life even though I gypped you over it, but
Yeah, he
it's
was
just
mean
a
to me about it at the beginning.
beautiful catalyst for being able to travel
Yeah,
and have your home comforts as well.
yeah, absolutely. I've loved van life. I mean, that's why I've been doing it for 4 years. So
Yeah,
I think
Winston.
for me, it actually started a little bit different. I was like a huge eco warrior nerd, like really extremist on like trying to save the planet, and part of that journey was moving into a van to reduce my carbon emissions. And don't worry, I'm
on that
not
level.
that crazy anymore. I've definitely like calmed down a bit. So it still matters, but I'm just, that's kind of where it started. And then obviously I wanted to travel loads. I wanted to just go away, but I could never afford it because I was busy paying rent, working 9 to 5, not earning enough. So I didn't have disposable income. So I was like, van life is going to be the catalyst for all of that. Like that is going to be what enables me to do what I want to do with my life.
Yeah, and it was all the choice for us to always move into a van, and like you said, we both always wanted to travel, so it just makes perfect sense.
Next question, we're going to shift over to TikTok quickly because the next YouTube question probably needs to be filmed outside. Okay, so you ready for the next question?
Yeah.
Question. That's what they wrote. Where can you park up permanently?
Oh wow. Your parents drive?
That's what all us van lifers do. No, we use an app called Park for Night. That's where we find most of the park ups, and then just from driving around you see places.
Not
Permanently,
though.
you know, I mean, for 1 day up to 3 days max. Permanent. If you want permanent, then you probably will need to look more like at a campsite.
Yeah. Well, like, there's a lot of people on Facebook. They always say that
Farmers
they can
land.
come onto their farmers' land,
Yeah.
help out, or go and help on their homestead. We've even seen posts of people in Portugal.
Yeah.
If you go help, then you've got a space for a couple of months.
Yeah, so that's how you do it permanently. If you can hear crying, it's Onyx. We've ordered him a sausage and mash,
He's a
and
hungry
it's really
boy.
hot, so we can't have it right now. But he'll cry until he gets it. We'll do one more. Do you work?
No.
So our jobs, we're content creators. That is our job. We do work. It is a full-time job, and it earns us a good fair living. It doesn't earn us as much as it did
It's
when
never
we were in
like
an office
super
job.
stable, yeah.
No,
It can
it
fluctuate, and
fluctuates.
some months can be worrying, and others less so. But it's freeing, and it's quite
Yeah.
liberating to work for
We
yourself and on your
are able to work less because our outgoings are far less. So we don't pay for rent and a car. We literally pay for the van between us. So yeah, we can work less, but we do have a job, and I don't work less, do I? I work full-time hours.
more than normal.
Yeah, I work a crazy amount because I enjoy it. So yes, we do work, and
Unfortunately, we're hoping to
If
retire
you're-
by now.
yeah, if you're interested in how to be a digital nomad, I have a YouTube on that where I've interviewed a few other van lifers who also are doing remote stuff, or different things actually. They're not always remote, they could be working in office jobs.
Gives you an
Just gives
idea.
you some information. So you can find that in the card above. We're going to eat now, and we'll catch you outside at the van, at the broken van.
No.
Bunny, you want this? Come on then, down. There you go. Next question is, how old is Onyx, which is 4, and who does he prefer? And now I wish I had a piece of chicken in my pocket, but what we're going to do is put the camera down here. Sam and I are going to stand over there. He's just picking up his prescription. We're going to leave Onyx there and call him and see who he goes to. I found a better wall, so we'll go from here. Stay. Stay. Never ever ask that question again. Onyx, come here.
He knows who his true favourite is.
He was coming to me, and then he didn't know where to go, and then he went to you.
I was always a clear winner.
I know,
Good boy.
What do you both want? I'm glad your window's smashed.
It's also your window.
I know. I'm joking, but we're having a little bit of a change around with what we're doing today. We're gonna go get some duct tape to tape the window like into place so the bits don't fall everywhere, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Sam, don't reverse too far back, okay?
Too early for them jokes. I don't think we're gonna be able to do anything with it.
I just say duct tape it. We don't have duct tape, so we're just gonna use the foil tape that we've got. I must admit we've never smashed a van window before, so not entirely sure what to do, but what we have done is foil tape the outside of the window so all of the little bits of glass are stuck together so it stops it falling out, because we've had a few fall out in the middle, so we do have a hole right in the centre. So I've also then cut some foil insulation to make some thermal blinds. They're nothing fancy. Cut them for both sides because why not? It is winter. Might cut one for the side window. Sam is ordering a new window as we speak, so I'll go find him and then we can answer the next lot of questions. I don't think I'm gonna get back door windows on my van anymore.
Why? Why not, Nicola?
In case this son's driving it. Here he is. The man who smashed the window.
Done a really good job as well, patching it all up, everything.
Yeah.
We've ordered a window, so hopefully we can go grab it tomorrow as well.
Yeah. We're going to have to do a drive down to Leicester to go get it, aren't we? To just speed it up, because otherwise it could take 3 working days, which we don't want. No. But anyway, questions. Enough about the window, because that is not what this video is supposed to be about. So I'm going to just pull some at random. One is, do you compost or drop it off somewhere? So I think they're on about our toilet.
Do we compost or drop it off somewhere? We definitely compost and drop it off somewhere.
We do both.
Yeah.
Technically, it is a composting toilet because we're not using liquids and stuff like that. It's all dry and it can be compostable, but obviously by the time we fill it up, it's not going to have composted. No. So yes, we do just chuck it into a bin like you would do a nappy and things like that. Yep. So yes, both of them is a yes.
Next question.
Okay. How do you get around the 3-month travel restrictions in Europe? Love your content, by the way. Thank you.
It is all me, thank you. How do we get around it? We don't really get around it. There's no way of getting around it. I mean, for us, we don't want to risk getting fines, especially when we come back, because then you can get banned from returning all big fines.
I guess they might not actually be asking how to get around it as in naughtily. They're just asking how do you do it. So how do you do it would be, you've got 90 days in Schengen, EU, and then you can leave for 90 days. So you could head towards Croatia, Turkey, or Morocco, or even Ireland. Yeah. So those are the locations you could go to do like a big year-round road trip. Yeah, the Schengen
So you do
shuffle.
90 out and then 90 in.
We've actually got a blog post on this. I'll link it here if you want to check that out. But next question quickly, and then we'll shift. He's got a boxing
Weigh
photo
in and
shoot.
face off, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go do that after. But another question: what camera do you use for filming, and what video editor do you use?
Alright.
Should I just wrap this one up? So I use, I'm looking at the camera, the Fujifilm X-S10 to film all of the YouTubes. We've got your backup camera as well,
Canon
which is
M50.
which we've used over the past 2 months, haven't we?
Yeah,
We're
we did
back
most
on
of
the
the
Fujifilm.
build videos on it.
I edit everything on Premiere Pro, but I also do use my phone for everything. I film in 4K now. I didn't like 2 months ago, but everything I now film on 4K on my phone. So if I'm doing project work for Reels, I will just use my phone because it's portrait, it's easier. And then anything YouTube or like big projects will be on the camera because it's just better quality overall.
And the phone is an iPhone 13 Pro because the camera is really good on it.
Yeah, so that is what we use. And if the cameras are all down or the batteries die and stuff like that, we'll just use the phone, no problem. And then we've also got a GoPro and a drone to film on, but that's for like action shots and obviously aerial view shots, so they're very different. So yeah, that is what we use. Again, we've got actually
Huh?
We've
kit
got
list.
a kit list on the website. We'll add that here too. Oh my god, this was not supposed to
gonna
be
be
like
full of
plug after
little
plug,
notes.
but we do need to be able to fund that new window. So
Yeah, true.
okay, let's head to boxing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. This isn't the best
Wow.
angle, but it's what we can do with
horrifying.
tonight while we're in the front of the van. So next question quickly is, if you both weren't tubing, what would your ideal jobs be? I don't know, that's really hard because I wanted to be a content creator. That's why
From
I
when?
left my role in HR about like 6 years ago. I mean, it hasn't always been my dream job because it didn't exist,
Most
right?
of
It
your
didn't
adult life,
exist.
I guess.
Huh?
It's most of your adult life, I guess.
A lot
yeah,
of
it's
it.
Nice aspirations.
And then before that, like if we go back to like childhoods, my dream job was to be like a farmer or a hairdresser or a nail technician.
They're
So
not what I thought
they're not like astronaut or anything crazy like that. But what about
Achievable,
you?
yeah.
What would you do?
Well, I'd just go back, or I would have stayed in IT, I guess. So I was an IT project manager before, so I
And would you say that's your ideal job?
No,
You'd
it's
go
not my
into
ideal
that?
job. Ideally, I'd rather have like a multi-million-pound business.
Yeah, something like that would do.
Of
yeah.
course.
This is a really good follow-on question.
Yep.
If money didn't matter, what would you be doing differently? I'd be in a
Not
hot
here.
country in Asia with Onyx,
Yeah.
next to a pool,
What about me?
cocktails, with you and Onyx, cutscene. Yeah, I'd just be like living
Living
the
it up.
life and chilling and
I'd
relaxing,
be on a
no
jet
stresses.
ski off the coast of
Just
Italy or
anything,
something.
everything. Yeah, seeing the world still, definitely, but just like,
At
I
my
don't know,
own
I
pace,
still
how
like
we
a
want.
road trip. I still
Yeah.
like all that stuff, but I mean, we're so used to it that we'd go for something a bit different, and then probably after some time you'd be like, let's get back in the van.
Yeah. Well,
What
we'd be able
van
to
would
get a
you have
bigger
if you
van.
had all the money?
Ooh, I'd probably have a
Unimog.
Luton. Maybe actually. No, I'd have a Luton. I think a bigger Beko Luton or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so one more here because we're going to have to shoot really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It says, I know you struggled last time, but any future travel plans? So if you guys have been following the channel, you know we struggled a bit in the summer, didn't we? And we were looking
had ups and downs.
lots of ups and downs, but we're getting through it slowly. So future travel plans, we've spoke about a couple, but nothing
We haven't
set
like
in
got
stone.
anything concrete in the near future. Like we've spoke about potentially doing Spain after Christmas to get
Yeah.
some winter sun. But other than that,
We told you we love
haven't
Spain.
really got anything planned, have we?
Yeah.
Like we've said that we want to get away during the build just to kind of break it up.
Yeah,
and still
We'll
enjoy the van.
take the build van out, so dog out. Like when the heater gets fitted and stuff like that, we'll take it out for a test run and enjoy going back to basics and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So yeah, there are some small plans, but no like huge road trips right now. We have loads of other things to
So many
focus on. So that's what we're doing first, and then when we're ready, we'll announce hopefully a crazy road trip again. So yeah, really looking forward to that. So
Until then,
boxing. So it's been a very eventful day, hasn't it?
it's always eventful here at Nick Rome's HQ, man.
Yeah.
So much going on and too much dramas.
Too many dramas. We are collecting the window tomorrow. We're driving to go get
Yeah.
it so that we can just fit it tomorrow, hopefully.
Critical for us.
Assuming we can get it all off smoothly. So that's the update on the window.
But don't hold to it.
Yeah, moving on to the questions. It is now 9 o'clock, so we're going to just do a couple now and then
Yeah.
wrap up for the night. So, did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Okay. What happens if bears are around
Bear.
and jump up your van?
What?
They clearly think
Bears
they're in
jump up the
America.
van.
That would, I say it would be awesome. It wouldn't be awesome. I'd be
Yeah,
terrified. But if you survive it, then it's an awesome experience, isn't it?
The only thing I would hope for is that we have Onyx here to protect us, of course. Right, I'll read one this time, yeah? Have you read this one?
Well, yeah, I print screen them all, so I
Fine.
I mean, I don't know which
She
one
knows
you're
what's
going to
coming.
ask me
Fine.
because I print screened a load, so we can just pick from them.
I haven't
but-
done this one, so... What would you say is the most enjoyable thing about living in your van?
Oh,
That's cute, actually.
yeah. Now loads of things are springing to mind.
Come on, we have to zone down on one thing. We can't make
I don't
it
know if I
ambiguous.
can like do the one. It's similarly to like the other
It's
question we
always
had
like
earlier,
travel,
but
being able to travel.
traveling. I think because that was our goal, wasn't it? We wanted to travel, and the van has allowed us to travel and have a home. So
I'm going to
that's
go with that. as
what
well,
I
yeah.
love about it, you know. And also the van's enabled me to set up my own business, Nick Rome's. So like, it's just been amazing. That's what
It's a
I love
door
about
opener.
van life. Yeah, it is really a door opener because I guess when you're living cheaper, you have more disposable income and more time on your hands if you choose to work less because everything costs less.
And you can roam wherever you want.
It opens so many doors. We're like going over it. We love van life. We love it.
On here?
And we've actually, to like kind of rein it back in, we have been enjoying it a lot more recently as well, staying a little bit more still.
Yeah. It's nice to mix it up. When you drive too much, it really does drain.
Yeah, so we've been in the Shropshire area, North Wales area for the past few months, and we've just been enjoying that. So I think that's another thing I love about van life, is you can just switch it up.
Yeah.
You can travel, you can stay still, or you can just leave it and catch a flight to Morocco, which we did and had an awesome time.
So versatile, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big up the van life, man.
Whoop whoop, van life. This one could be a really big answer, so let's try to keep it brief. Just because I'm ready for bed.
Big for you or me?
For both of us, it's a van question. So, hi, let's be friends. Absolutely, happy to be. I've been wanting to do the same thing, but I have so many questions. How do you keep cool during the hot summer and warm in the winter?
Okay.
So, shall I answer one, you answer the other?
Yeah, go for it.
So, shall I go for summer?
Sure.
So, we lived through a heat wave in Germany, so we're very talented at living in a van during the heat, got skills. So what do? We've got a fan in the roof, we've got our side door, back doors, windows, so we make sure that everything's open to allow airflow. We also have a little portable fan, so there's that. We have ice in the freezer, so we made ice bucket pools for our feet, and we wet flannels
Personal
and stuff
jacuzzi.
like that, so we could sleep with the wet flannel on us. And then again, the most important thing, which you may have seen on our last YouTube video, is insulation, which apparently we keep saying wrong, but it is just our accent. Sorry, guys. Insulation. So foil insulation or foil lining, whatever you want to call it, helps reflect the heat in and out. So bring that onto the cold. How do we deal with cold? They can probably hear it.
I guess to jump on the back of that, next is insulation, foil as well. So heater. Definitely a heater, LPG, diesel heaters, you can get any of them. Obviously, guys, thermals. Grab yourself some thermals, a water bottle. Yeah. What am I missing?
We've got a little hand warmer thing as well, so if it's not like too cold, then we'll just have that in the bed. It's just about like this big, like we call it an egg.
And you know what? I'm gonna rep these things.
Your pants. He's in pants. We've actually hidden him up.
These little warm patches, which are for muscles, they get so hot and they've kept me so warm the past couple of days.
He's hurt his rib from boxing, so that's what you've been using. And then there's probably loads of other things, but it's
let us know how you keep warm.
Yeah, let us know. So we will wrap that up now. Yay. If you've got any other questions, let us know in the comments below, and we will do our best to answer them. And then next week we will be back doing van build stuff, so it will be the electrics and stuff. Because of the postal strikes, we have not received our wiring, so we thought we'd do a Q&A and catch you guys up on any questions you had, as we were in a change of chapter from traveling quite a lot to staying more still and building another van. So I think that's it.
Guys, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. And
we'll catch you next week back at Dork.
Ciao.
Night. Onyx, say night. Night. Go on, night night. Oh.